Hello to all traders and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So all the news is about yesterday's CPI data coming out of America, popping higher, back up to 3% year on year or almost, and erasing a lot of the Fed's hard work since the 9.1% we saw a few years ago at the height of the pandemic. So is this a case of the Fed holding back now on cutting rates until at least September? Possibly not at all. And will we get any rate cuts this year? Well, it's looking a little bit less likely now, and we saw a very strong dollar across the board, meaning a little bit more of a weak gold, or the weak yellow metal as we are referring to it. So, excuse me, just looking on some currency pairs today, because the euro dollar in particular, as you can see here, dropped from the high end of 116 back and testing at towards the high end of 115. So almost 100 pip drop in just a short amount of time based on this particular movement. And as you can see from the overall trend of the euro dollar, since we spiked above 118 at the beginning of this month, we've just seen this collapse of over 200 pips now on the value of the currency pair. So it is in a very bearish trend at the moment. We're just waiting to see if the RSI does pop a little bit higher to give us a little bit more indication of where we're heading to next, and just what is in store for the dollar going into the rest of the year. Naturally, we're looking to avoid a recession in the American economy, but that is not really out of the woods yet. President Donald Trump did say there is a little bit more maneuver for the dollar to swing lower. But at the moment, very progressive against the euro. If we go back on the daily chart just quickly, because I just want to show you the increase in value for the euro against the dollar in the last few months, and we've gone from 111, as I said, up to 118, and that was just in a few short weeks. So there was naturally going to be a correction, but we're just going to see how fierce this correction is going to be in the near term. Just want to look on cable as well, because cable is taking a little bit of a tumble as well. We had inflation data coming in a little bit higher in the UK. Naturally, inflation is kind of creeping up higher, especially with these potential tariff wars that are going to come into play as well. So let's just take a look on the 4-hour chart, because as you can see here, much like the euro dollar, we're just seeing this very strong greenback at the moment, progressively moving a bit lower, even though we are pulling back a little bit on the losses that we saw in yesterday's trading on the euro dollar. For the pound, it hasn't really materialized, and it's still very, very much under pressure, just dropping off roughly about 60 to 70 pips during yesterday's session, now in a steady consolidation, but as you can see here, really pushing lower from the beginning of the month. So where does this what does this lead to for the dollar? Where are we going to next? Let me know in your thoughts on our Telegram and YouTube channel. As usual, we'll post this video, and we'll see just where we're going to for the American economy as well. The Fed really under pressure, with the president saying that we need to start cutting rates. They're really against it at the moment. So we're seeing this progressive dollar, but how long can it continue? How long can Fed Chair Jerome Powell really realistically not cut rates and hold off? We'll have to wait and see. But as always, we'll bring you all the latest in technicals and fundamentals. So stick with us, stay ahead, trade responsibly, and we'll speak again next time. Bye for now.